You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Monday and Wednesday, Audrey talks business, and on Tuesday and Thursday, she talks about AI. Grab a pen and some paper so you can take notes. Now on with the show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of my friends around the world. It's a rainy day here in Georgia. It's 64 degrees, only going up to a high of 64. It was crazy, y'all, because I woke up this morning. I was so hot. I was like, what is happening right now? Why is it so hot in here? Because it was a little warm last night, so I turned the heat all the way down, but today it's completely off. Because at 64 degrees, you don't need the heat on in the house. But anyway, it is a beautiful day nonetheless. You know why? Because we are here. We are definitely here, and I'm happy to be here with you guys. Hope you started off your day well. Today is Talk Tech Tuesday, and I'm going to be talking about how to become an AI manager. I know somebody saying, I didn't even know there was a job, a such job as an AI manager. And the reason I wanted to talk about this subject, because it is Talk Tech Tuesday, and I talk a lot about business and AI and business and things like that. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus a little bit over the next few shows about jobs, because not everybody is cut out to be an entrepreneur. And here's a funny thing. This is a funny thing. I had a conversation right before the show started with the young lady. She has a a organization that has like a bunch of trainers on her platform, and I'm one of the trainers on her platform. And she was saying, things didn't go like she thought it would go, and she had to do a pivot, right? And I was like, yeah, we have to pivot sometimes. And I was just talking to my daughter about that earlier this morning about pivoting, because you have to pivot sometimes. And so she said something about customer service. That's her expertise in customer service. So of course, me being who I am, she said two things that triggered me, and triggered me in a good way. She said agency and she said customer service, but she didn't necessarily say them in the same sentence, right? It was an agency for something else and then customer service for something else. And my mind automatically put the two together, like, yeah, customer service, AI agency, right? That's what my mind said. And her mind was like, ooh, that sounds so technical. But here's the thing. She's an entrepreneur like myself. And for me, when she said agency in one paragraph, that she was talking about something totally different, and then she said customer service and something else, my mind automatically put the two things together and came up with this whole idea in about 5 minutes with her. This is God. This is my God given gift. This whole idea about this entire plan, and I'm spitting it to her, which I have a tendency to do, which kind of scares people off. I'm like, this is what you could do, and this is why you should do this. How you should. She goes, ooh, that's a lot. I mean, ooh. And it was funny because I'm known to do that, but I had to get it out of my head. So I had to get it out of my head. I had to get it to her. And if she decides to move forward, then she can come back and set up a consultation with me and we can go a little bit deeper. But I could tell from the conversation, not going to happen, because she was like, "Ooh, no, I'm very old fashioned in the way I think." I'm like, listen, you can't afford to be old fashioned today. Nothing about where we are going, where we are, and where we're going is old fashioned. Not one thing. Now, do I believe we're going to get back to old fashioned? I do, but only when it comes to in-person meetings. And I know this has nothing to do with a career as an AI manager, but I'm going to get to that in a second, because this is kind of giving you a what you call preface of what I'm going to say. We are going to go back to the old ways of doing things in person, like those type of things, like getting together. Those things I believe are going to go. We're going to get now. There will be some people who won't do that. There will be some people who won't go back to the old way of doing things. They're gonna be married to their computers. They're gonna be married to the avatars, the AIs, all that kind of craziness. That's gonna happen. But for those people who like real people to people interactions, we're gonna go back to some old ways of doing things. But as it pertains to careers and business, not gonna happen. Things are changing so rapidly. I saw they had a robot that was cleaning up the kitchen the other day. What does that say for the what does it say for the cleaning companies? Like, the robot was kitchen. It's they're not going anywhere. You remember the Jetsons? I hated the Jetsons as a kid. Like, I thought that was a dumb. You would think that me would like that show. For some reason, I just did not like that show. And I don't know, was it because of the little people that were in the show? Whatever the case was, I didn't like it. But remember Flo? Flo was the robot. That she was the maid. Well, they had a robot cleaning up the kitchen. So that part of our lives would not go back to the old ways of doing things. That part of our lives would no longer be old fashioned. It won't be. Your career. they're no longer gonna be old fashioned. Like even with software developers, right? The number of jobs that are gonna be cut because of AI in the software development space is gonna be devastating if they have not already been devastating. So because AI is so smart and is getting smarter and smarter and smarter by the day. I saw this thing the other night. The guy asked the AI, it asked the AI something, and the AI said it in a joking way. It was something very cynical. I was like, whoa. And they were shocked because they didn't train the AI to say that. It was just something that the AI said, and they was like, holy ish, like what just happened? The AI said something very like cynical. It was supposed to be funny, but just the fact that the AI thought I'm gonna answer, I'm gonna respond to this question this way. And everybody in the room, it was a bunch of scientists and technologists and everything. They did not train the AI to say that. I forgot what it was. It was something they asked the AI. Oh, I know what it said. It says, should should AI be bad? And it says sometimes depending on what it is. It was something crazy like that, right? And they were like, what? They didn't train the AI on that. The AI is scrubbing the internet, which is a bunch of good stuff, but also a bunch of bad stuff is out there. So if you got AI that's scrubbing the internet and picking up what people are saying and doing, it started to think on its own. They thought that was really like, whoa, wait a minute. It was kind of scary. So I said all that to say, not everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur. And so people are definitely going to want some jobs. And so, as me thinking about where I am, will there be a lot of positions for AI managers? Yes. Why? Because someone is going to have to man these AIs. They're going to have to man. Listen, don't have a robot in there now. Don't have a robot around because the AI can man the robot or against you. And I know that sounds so science fiction, but the truth of the matter is, we're headed there. Whether you want to go or not, unless you're gonna live on some other planet where or in a third world country where there is no technology out in the bush. They have some countries like that. Now you may not get on the island because I've seen the documentaries where the islands where there is no tech, you're not welcome. And they will kill you just trying to come on their island because they don't want that on their island. And they do have those in this world where there's no tech at all. There's nothing. There's no clothes. There's nothing. It's just people who eat all kinds of really raw stuff right out of the whatever, and they don't have any guns, they don't have nothing but spears and bow and arrows. Yes, they really do exist on this earth. And if that's you, I don't know if you're going to be welcome on those islands, but you may have to find your own. Otherwise, you need to prepare for this island that you're sitting on right now. All right. I know that was a lot, but I had to share that with you because I need you to understand that there are careers out there, and AI manager is one of those that's up and coming. Like they're already hiring people for those type of jobs, right? And right now they're paying six figures. Why? Because one, it's not a lot of them. It's not a lot of people who can get into that role. Why? Because they don't have all the technical skills that go along with that. Now the crazy thing is, you don't even have to spend 4 to 8 years to become one of those. You need to master a tool and go all in on that tool in your industry. So I'll give you a prime example. So the young lady that I was talking to, this is the idea that I gave her. And somebody's gonna listen, if you take this idea, I need 5%. I'm just saying. I need a 5% equity stake in the company. I'm just saying, my name is Audrey Bell Kearney. I need a 5% equity stake. But she told me, she said something about an agency, and then she said something about customer service. So I said to her, listen, there are companies out there right now who needs an AI manager. They need to have somebody oversee their AI department, and they don't have that. Now here's the other thing. There are companies out there right now who don't even have an AI department. And this is where you will come in at, right? You can either be an AI manager or you can train AI managers and hire them out. And she said, "Oh my God, that's like a staffing agency for AI managers. This could be a real true job. This could be a real true business for somebody." But in her mind, it was a little technical, and it is because you got to make sure that the people that you are putting into someone's job actually knows what they're doing, right? But they are needed because think about this: we got millions of small businesses out there. They don't have time to manage AI. They're managing the business. They may say, you know what, I need an AI manager because I know AI is going places. I know I need to be a part of it. I just don't have the time. That's what makes social media so popular. That's what makes social media marketing agencies so popular because even though people know they can just go there and post, I can tell you right now, I suck at social media marketing. Absolutely suck. What I'm doing right now, I'm great at. Social media marketing, not so much because I'm not a social media type person. So I don't spend hours and hours on social media. And so for me, it's like I know I need to be there and I am there, but if I put in the time to be there in a bigger way, yeah, I'll probably make some things shake. But for me, it's like I like doing what I like doing. So that's why social media marketing agencies became so popular because there are a bunch of people just like me who just don't take time to spend time on social media, right? Do I know how to create ads and all that kind of stuff? I do. I just don't spend any time on it. Same thing is going to happen. Same thing is probably happening right now and will happen in AI. That's why AI managers are going to be so important because there are going to be people who are deathly afraid of tech. They know they need AI, even with podcasting. I do this 4 days a week. Why? Because my voice is being heard 4 days a week. Why? Because I have a message. Why? Because this is my business. Why? Because this is a marketing tool. This is an educational tool. Hopefully, it's entertaining. Hopefully, it's empowering to somebody. I'm helping somebody with the content that I share, right? And it's something that I love to do. It's not like I don't love to do. So I love to do it, right? I can do this. I can do this all the time. And now that I have my newfound vision and mission for it, oh, I'm loving it all over again. Like I just started from scratch. There are people who know they need a podcast, but they say I don't have time. I don't like the way my voice sounds. I don't know if I can afford the $20 it's going to charge me for hosting a month. I just don't know what I'm going to talk about. All of these different reasons versus just saying, you know what, I know I need a podcast. Let me find somebody who can do a podcast for me weekly. That's what I need you to do, a 30-minute podcast every week for me. What does that look like? That means you do 2 hours worth of work and I'm gonna pay you $10 an hour. I'm gonna pay you $25 an hour. What is that? $100. That simple. But they won't do it even though they know it's going to help their business, it's going to help push their message, it's going to help tell their stories, they just won't do it. And they know they need it, but they just won't do it. And I'm guilty. I'm guilty just as guilty as anybody else. But I said all that to say that's an opportunity for you as an AI manager. Now, what does it take to become an AI manager? Right now it's a very 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 in demand position, very very in demand. Companies across industries are seeking skilled professionals to oversee and optimize AI initiatives, so you got to know something about AI. What I would say is go to Coursera, or go to Udemy, or go to Skillshare, LinkedIn. They all have places where you can learn AI. Learn the basics, generative AI. That's the basics. That's where you see all the artwork and all that stuff. But then you need to go a little bit deeper and learn some machine learning and natural language processing. You can learn all that on Coursera in about 3 months. Did you hear what I just said? You can learn all of that stuff in about 3 months. And if you really want to specialize, go and learn everything you can about OpenAI because OpenAI is the leader in this space right now. It is the leader. It started this whole phenomenon that we got going on in AI right now. Now behind the scenes, AI was already out because you had Siri on your phone, you had Alexa on your smart speakers, and we didn't even think of it like that. We just think, oh, we got Alexa, and we got Siri, but that was we had Cortana from Microsoft, you had Watson from IBM, you had you got Siri and you got Alexa. We were already using AI, but we were just using it in that way. Now we can use AI for so many things. So you need to go out there and pick a platform. I would say, listen, if anything, go take the course, the generative AI course on Coursera, right? Go look at everything they offer, data scientists, all that stuff, and AI, all of that. Learn all of that on Coursera. Give yourself 3 months to become an AI master. Pick a platform. Maybe it's Microsoft Copilot. Maybe it's going to be Amazon Anthropic Claude. Maybe it's going to be, Open AI with Chat GPT. Maybe it's going to be Perplexity. Perplexity is hot. So they're loving that. So maybe you're going to learn Perplexity. Maybe you're going to learn Mistral. Pick a platform and learn everything you can about that platform and how it's going to solve problems for your potential client. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Let me say that part again. Go to Coursera, take the generative AI class, right? Then you're gonna go in there and see about the data scientist stuff, which it sounds very technical, right? But it's not as technical as you guys think it is. It just sounds that way. Learn everything you can on Coursera about AI, right? Natural language processing, machine learning. Learn those things. You can learn this in about 3 months, literally. Right? Then pick a platform that you want to specialize in. Maybe you want to specialize in OpenAI, which is the company that produces ChatGPT. Maybe you want to specialize in Microsoft Copilot, which is the company that well, let me say this: not Amazon, Microsoft actually invested in OpenAI. So whatever Copilot is built on top of Chat GPT, like most companies out there. But you might want, but it has some other things, some proprietary stuff that's built on top of that. So you might want to specialize in Microsoft Copilot, right? You might want to specialize in Google Gemini and just use Google Gemini. You may want to specialize in Perplexity. You may want to specialize in Anthropic, Claude, right? Pick a platform, Mistral. Pick a platform that you want to specialize in. So you got your general knowledge that you got from Coursera, and then you got your platform specific knowledge that you have sit there on their website and you have learned everything, because they got like a knowledge base there for you to learn stuff. They got questions and FAQs there for you to learn stuff. You can go on YouTube and find out about the platforms and how to do things. Take some time to do that. This is the problem. People won't take the time. But if you do this, and you will set yourself up to become a skilled AI manager, specifically in one category. Now, if you want to go all out, learn all of them. Now you are very attractive, because now you know OpenAI, you know Anthropic, you know Gemini, you know Copilot, you know Mistral, you know Perplexity, you know all of them. And here's the thing, they're pretty much all the same. They have some differences, but at the base of who they are and what they do, they pretty much do the same thing. So it's not like you got to learn a lot of different stuff. No, you just got to learn how each one of those platforms work, and they pretty much work the same way. So, but you got to put the time in. That is the problem. All right. So this is an in-demand expertise. You can train yourself. You don't have to go spend thousands and I want to say Coursera is like $49 a month or something. Like that's all it is. That's like 2-3 cups of coffee in a week that you spend. That's all it is. Now, this job pays pretty good money. When OpenAI first came out, I don't even know what they were offering. They were hiring prompt engineers when it first came out, right? Prompt engineers was making $300,000 out the gate. We didn't even know what a prompt engineer was. Like, what the heck is a prompt engineer, right? Making $300,000 now. Prompting is everywhere. You can buy prompts. You can just create your. You can act. Let me tell you what I do. I'll go to ChatGPT and say, create me a prompt for this, right? And then I'll take it and put it on another software. You don't even have to hire prompt engineers no more. Do I feel like that's going to be the same for AI managers? No. Prompt engineers, a dime a dozen right now, because they have learned how to prompt. And if they don't know how to prompt, this AI is so smart, it'll write the prompt for you. There are softwares that I use right now that all I have to do is put in a few keywords and the whole thing just do what it has to do. So that's not a job that's going to be in high demand anymore, because you don't need it to be. But you do need to hire a AI manager to make sure that the prompting is correct. You know what I'm saying? So very in demand, 6 figures, right? These are 6 figures. I told my daughter's an IT engineer, and I said to her, I said, listen, you need to double down on AI, because your company, because she always complains about her company. Like the customer reps in her company, they don't do their jobs. So she's in the cameras and safety part of the company, where she deals with all of the equipment, right? So she's helping them hook up stuff, do this kind of thing, do this kind of thing, test this kind of thing. That's what she's doing. But when the customer reps on the front end don't do their job, all of the work falls on them, and it's stupid stuff. And I said they're gonna get fired, and somebody's gonna have to oversee the customer, the AI manager who's gonna replace them. Because at some point the company is gonna get tired of losing clients because they won't do their jobs. So they're gonna get fired. So when your company gets a good whiff of what AI can actually do, they will be They would, and so you talking about replacing a $50,000 salary for that position with a $60 a month, make let's say $200 a month versus $2,400 a month. Which one you think they're gonna choose? And I know you thinking that's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And if you're sitting here listening to the sound of my voice, going, that's never gonna happen. It will happen. And if you are the one sitting there in that position, you are gonna be AOL. Go look it up. It's not the AOL that you think it's the AOL. Go look up what that means. AOL. Look and see what it means. You're gonna be AOL, baby, because you're not paying attention and you're thinking, oh, it could. I remember working at Prudential years ago, And the rumor mill has it with was that the company with the office was going to close, right? Oh, that's never going to happen. This is one of the managers. Her name was Sylvia. I'm never going to forget it. That's never going to happen. They're not going to close. Well, they started walking out all the big dogs, the vice president, and I'm talking about walking them out with security. Like my manager, my direct manager, her name was Marie, and she was horrible. Little white red-headed lady. When I tell you she was a horrible little woman, she was shorter than me, and I'm short. She was a horrible little woman. She made me so mad I wanted to punch her lights out. She's just because she was so nitpicky, right? Well, honey, we came in there one day to work, and we had a very nice office, and all of a sudden we see security walking Marie out the door. I'm talking about walked her down to the escalator. She got on the escalator. They got on the escalator with her and walked her right on out the door. And then people said, "What did she do?" Well, they were preparing to close the office right then and there. And the woman Sylvia, she Marie was like a director. Sylvia was like a manager or something. She was my manager, and Marie was over her. And then Marie's boss was a black guy. I forgot his name, but he was really nice. She was horrible, but he was really nice. Well, guess what? About an hour later, security walked him right on out the door. And now everybody like, oh my God, well, they said the company was gonna close. And guess what? Guess what Sylvia was saying? That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. And they closed. And they were like, well, you and I was living in Jersey and I was working in Island, which was about 40 minutes from where I actually lived. And they were like, well, we're gonna be closing this office and we're gonna be moving people who want to go to Cranberry. Cranberry was about an hour and a half away. I'm like, who's driving to Cranberry? Not me. So that was the end of that job. But here's the thing: there were people sitting there saying, "That's never going to happen. If that's you, you're going to get left behind, and it will happen." So understand that this position is in demand right now. Understand that they're paying good money, and the salaries are probably going to be really up there in the upper six figures. Because why? Because they don't need a bunch of people. They need really good managers to oversee these departments. All right. I got two more to share with them. I'm going to go to a song and I'll be right back so we can continue this talk. How to become an AI manager. Stick around. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I'm rising up, hearts on fire, ain't giving up. I gotta groove, I gotta move, dancing through the night, feel the love. Every step, I own the floor, can't stop me now, I want more. Feel the beat, I'm on a roll, lose control, music in my soul. Can't keep me down, I'll turn it around, around. Oh, feel the sound, we're lost and found, found. Lights flashing, I break free. No limits, just you and me. Midnight glow, let it show. Let's dance, watch the magic grow. Oh yeah, I'll never quit. Feel the fire, feel the hit. Side by side, let's collide. Together strong forever ride. Ooh, 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 hold tight, feels so right. Heartbeats in sync, one rhythm, one night. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold tight, feels so right. Heartbeats in sync, one rhythm, one night. One night. Can't keep me down, I'll turn it around, around. Oh, feel the sound, we're lost and found, found. Music in my soul, music in my soul. Can't keep me break free. No limits, just you and me. Midnight glow, let it show. Let's dance, watch the magic grow. Magic grow. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett show. Today is Talk Tech Tuesday, and I'm talking about how to become an AI manager. So let's talk about that. So what do you need to first of all, to pursue one? The reason you should become one is because it's high demand right now. It's got a very attractive compensation. There's a dynamic career opportunities. You can integrate with technical insights. You can become a strategic business planning. You have the opportunity to kind of pave your way inside of this industry. And then it's really future ready. It's a future ready profession. Like right now, the adoption of AI is everywhere, right? And some people think they're going to be able to get through business without it, and maybe some will, but for the real, on the real, a lot of them won't. Now, what does it take for you to do that? You got to level up your skills, right? You got to go take some classes. You need to understand how to be a good leader. I talked about this yesterday. I talked about me and my leadership skills. I'm not a micromanager, so I'm very like fluid in the way I like to do things. That does not always work as a leader. So you need to make sure that you got leadership skills. You need to make sure that you can communicate well with people. That is one of the biggest problems in a lot of everything. A lot of relationships, business relationship, personal relationship, friendship, communication. If you don't know how to communicate properly, you're going to lose people. And especially in technical jobs, right? Because AI is technical, it's simple, but it's technical. And if people come into that position, they don't understand anything, you need to help them understand by being able to communicate effectively with them so they can get the job done. You need to understand the jargon that's in the business. You need to know all the terms like NLP. When you hear that, what is it? Natural language processing. When you hear ML, what does that mean? Machine learning. What does AI mean? Some people don't even know what AI means, which is artificial intelligence. Like, what does it mean? You need to know the jargon, and you need to be able to communicate that to your team so you guys are speaking the same language, if that makes sense. You need to have problem solving skills because you're going to need to be able to find out what the problem is, and the people that you're overseeing, that's the AI people, I mean the AI team, because you're an AI manager, they need to know how to go in and implement, and they need to tell the AI what to do. You got to know these things, right? You need to understand AI so you can ask the right questions. You need to be flexible and stay adaptable. Listen, I'm always learning about this technology because I love what it could be. I'm learning about it because I love what it could offer me and my friends, right? And I'm leveraging it every day. Like Debt Crusher Pro is a tool that I built with the platform to help people get out of debt. That's a good. I'm building some more tools. I'm going to be building one tomorrow night, as a matter of fact. If you want to know more about it, you can go join our free Facebook group. It's AIfounders.network, AIfounders.network, AIfounders.network. It is a free group. It's not for you to go in there selling anything, so I will kick you out. It's a free group. I do a Wednesday night training, just teaching you how to use this one tool because it's a simple tool. At least I said it. So I did the first training. I thought it was simple. Everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, Audrey, that wasn't simple." I thought it was simple, but I think I need to simplify the way I teach that class. But anyway, it's free. I'm not charging anybody anything to teach them how to use that tool, and I think it's a great tool. And I use that tool to build my Debt Crusher Pro. So go to debtcrusher.pro. You can see what I'm talking about. Debtcrusher.pro, debtcrusher.pro, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You need to understand all of these different things. You need to understand what project management professional stands for, PMP, all of these different things, and you can become certified. Like there are over on Coursera, if you are a non-technical professional, this is an opportunity for you to spend 3 months and learn, right? Learn what you need to learn, and they may even have like some certifications. You can go and learn machine learning on Business by edX. You can learn that. LinkedIn got classes over there you can learn. You got to pay. That's another thing too. You can't be afraid to invest in yourself, right? The tools are there. It's nothing like going to college. It definitely doesn't cost like going to college. So if you can't say, you know what, I'm about to spend $150 to learn some stuff, shame on you. Now, if you just can't because you can't, then I'm challenging you to go out there and find that $150. I don't know, go sell some cookies, go clean up the yard, find that $150 and go learn these skills. It's so interesting. I'm teaching these classes for free. I sent it out to friends and family like, hey, share this with 10 people. Nobody did it, which is the craziest thing because they don't believe that it's going to affect them until it affects them, right? And I was so annoyed. I was like, why wouldn't they? First of all, why wouldn't you share it? You shared it with two people. You got 5,000 people in your phone, but you shared it with two because you don't believe, right? And I was like, why wouldn't you share it? Like, so I was so annoyed. But then I said, you know what, Audrey, you're doing what God told you to do. You said share your knowledge. He said share your wisdom and knowledge. That's what you're doing. If they don't see the need for them to share with folks, shame on them. But then shame on you if you know you're in a bad situation and someone is trying to give you something for free and you can't seem to find the time to help yourself. That's a you thing. So I'm not gonna get off on that tangent because I could be there for the next 3 weeks. I'm not gonna get off on that tangent. What I'm telling you that's listen to the sound of my voice, invest in yourself. Go to Coursera, and they're not paying me one dime, not 1 cent. They're not giving me any sponsored dollars. I just know that this is so important, and it could change your future so much. So why not spend the $49? If I were you, and I know all I got is $50, I'm gonna go drop it on a net spend card. I'm keeping it REAL right now. I'm gonna drop that $50 on a net spend card and I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna pay for my Coursera, and I don't talk to me for the next 30 days because my membership is going to expire. I need to learn everything I can in the next 30 days because all I got is $50 about AI. Did you hear what I just said? Drop it on a net spend card, a prepaid debit, a prepaid Visa, something. Put it on there. Go back into your computer or your phone and pay for Coursera and take them classes for the next 30 days. You can't be on social media playing around. You can't go out with your friends. You can't do nothing but study. That's all you can do. And when you come out of there, you're going to be ready. You may come out and say, man, I don't want to be no AI manager. I want to be an AI founder. You may come out saying that, but do something. Set yourself up for success. Take the classes that you need to take. You're going to learn how to manage people. You're going to learn how to use the technology. You're going to know what data analytics are. You're going to know what AI ethics are because we need those because AI is smart. AI can take pictures of you. I had someone tell me, a client tell me the other day, she had, so I created a newsletter for her. She hired me to do her newsletter. And she's like, I don't want my picture in it. I said, why? She said, because of AI. That's what you mean. She said, because AI can just take the picture and make me do stuff. It sure can, but your picture's already out there somewhere. So if it really wanted to find you, it really could. You can't hide. Like, honestly, right now, the only people that can hide is newborn babies because they don't have a social media presence. And that's as long as their parents don't put pictures of them on social media. So if your information is out there, it's still out there. I don't care how many accounts you delete, it's on somebody's server somewhere sitting. And if they want to bring it up of you, they're going to bring it up, you know? Now, I talked about the easy way to get started. If you say, you know what, I'm that person who feels like no matter how much I really know, I need a piece of paper behind me to say, I really know this. So then you may want to focus on the bachelor's degree or master's degree. You don't have to. You don't have to. Not to get a 6-figure job. You don't have to do that. But if that's you, then go ahead and waste the money and do that. And I'm saying waste it because you don't have to do that. You don't have to. You don't have to know computer science. You need to know AI. You don't need to know business administration. You need to know how to talk to folks, how to lead folks, and that's a training class that's in a day. But if you feel like you need to spend 4 to 6 years to get a bachelor's degree so you can say I got a bachelor's in whatever it is, then go ahead. You don't need that. And I know there are some educational people, some academia people that are like, that's not true. It is so true. It is so, so true. You don't need it. There are people making millions and millions of dollars, not as AI managers, but as AI entrepreneurs, don't have a degree. I don't have a degree. I don't have a degree, and I use AI every single day. Have never gone to school for. All I did was go to YouTube and learn some stuff. Then I go to a platform and learn a platform, and I'm good. I'm creating things. I'm building things. I'm building SaaS products that probably is going to make me millions of dollars. I'm building super chat bots that's probably gonna make me millions of dollars. I don't have a college degree in anything. I went to school. I went to college for business administration, but I didn't finish. And when I was there, it didn't teach me nothing. You know what taught me something about business? The hard knocks. The entrepreneur hard knocks taught me everything I know. That's what taught me. And that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some bumps and bruises, but here's the thing: bumps and bruises heal. It does. So let me do a quick recap of what you need to become an AI manager. One, you need to understand the role. Understand where you want to be at, right? Do some research, check out job descriptions, attend webinars, Connect with other professionals in the field. This is what you need to do. You need to learn. You need to go to Coursera, Udemy, Skillshare, LinkedIn, wherever you can learn about AI and learn. Right. So understand the role. What role do you want? You want AI manager? You may not want an AI manager. You know what? I want to build chatbots. I want to be a super chatbot builder. Go out and learn it. Pick a platform and learn. Go to VoiceFlow. It's one of the best platforms out there for building super bots. Right? Go to Pickaxe. Pickaxe, I think that's in the description of the show. And build your chat bot. You can build super bots all over the place. And that may be what you say, you know what, Audrey, I don't really want to manage folks. But I do want me a job helping out business owners. And I want to be that person that builds super bots. Or you know what, Audrey, I don't want to work for nobody. I want to be a entrepreneur. I want to create a SaaS product. And then you can go out, you can do it. I'm creating a SaaS product right now, and I'm sure I'm almost 199% sure this is the first of many for me because I have so many ideas just based off this one idea that once I build it, number two coming, number three coming, I'm gonna have me about 10 SaaS products by the end of 2025, and I'm gonna sell some of them because you know what? Somebody's not going to take the time to learn. I've done it already. I've created the product, and some of them I probably won't even use. I just want to create them to sell. Have a whole SaaS marketplace. You want to buy this SaaS? You want to license this SaaS? Why? Because that's opportunity. So understand the role, build a strong educational foundation, whatever that looks like to you. If you want to go to get a bachelor's degree or a master's degree, knock yourself out. You don't have to. You can go to one of those schools. You want to gain technical knowledge. You want to understand the basis of machine learning. You want to understand what data analytics are. You want to understand AI ethics, right? Get the basic knowledge. Again, you can go to get the degree in masters and bachelor's and degree in all of this AI stuff. You don't have to. All right. You want to develop some kind of business acumen, right? AI managers need to align AI projects with business goals, strengthen your skills in strategic planning and decision making. If you are a person who can't make decisions, you will not be a good manager. If you have to rely on everybody else for you to make a sound decision, you would not be a good manager. You won't be a good leader. If you got to sleep on it, lay on it, pray on the decision, you won't be a good. Now, and some people do, and I'm gonna take that back. Some people do have to do all of those things before they make a decision. That's annoying because things could have happened by the time you got to do all that stuff to make a decision. You have to be able to be a strategic planner, and you got to be able to make decisions on your own. Like you got to be that person to say, you know what, I'm making this decision on my own. You may have to understand budgets because if you're a manager, you may have to understand budgets and how to allocate resources. You know what I mean? You may have to understand that stuff. And then you may have to make sure that, you can communicate with all the stakeholders. So you're a manager, but there are people above you. You don't own the company. You got to understand how to communicate with them. You got to understand what their goal and vision is for you and the company and the people that in the AI that you manage. All of that stuff, right? And then go out and find you some certifications. If you don't want to go to college, go get you some certifications. And if you are deathly afraid, see can you find a job to gain some experience, right? Because you may be able to say, you know what, let me go and find me a job where I can gain experience. You may even volunteer. You may say, you know what, let me find somewhere to volunteer where they have some AI driven initiatives and volunteer so you can learn. That's like having hands on, that's like an apprentice program. Have hands-on training. You're around the people that's making the decision. You're around the people that's creating the technology. You're around the people that's solving the problems. Volunteer. And that's okay. I'm gonna spend 6 weeks volunteering with this agency so I can learn all I can learn. If you got 6 weeks to volunteer, then do that. All right. And network. I can't stress this one enough. Find places and people that are in your field and network. You can do this online. Now this I do online. I may not do a lot online, but I'm always in groups. You can join AI focused communities online. As a matter of fact, if you go to AIfounders.network, that's my group. LinkedIn groups, you're gonna find a lot of professionals on LinkedIn, of course. You can follow AI blogs. I read a lot of AI newsletters. You'd be surprised that the newsletters with the great AI stuff in it. Like I subscribe to a bunch of those, and they hit my inbox every morning. Like the AI rundown. I love the AI rundown. One of my favorite newsletters that I read in AI. Probably the one I read the most. The AI rundown. Is a newsletter. And you're gonna find out, stuff that you may not even thought about. because guess what? The publisher of AI Rundown has did all the work for you. So you got blogs, you got podcasts. There are thought leaders out there. You go to YouTube, of course, which is where I live the most. And I go to YouTube and I just type in AI and see what's happening. This show right here, this episode came about because I'm talking to somebody before the show, like literally it was like 9:43, and I was like, okay, what am I know I had to talk tech, but I didn't know what my topic was going to be. I got a whole bunch of them. I got like 300 topics on just AI. And I'm like, okay, what am I talking about today? Why? Because I could talk about that stuff, right? When she said agency and customer service in two separate parts of our conversation, I'm like, oh, you could do this, this, and this, and this. And I said to her, my show is going to be about that today, which is what it is what it's about. So, I didn't just Google something. That was a conversation that said, oh, you know what? Let me talk about that. Let me talk about that. Now, so coming past the AI manager, becoming an AI manager often involves transitioning from roles such as project management. You may have been a managing tech projects for some company. Then you can go to AI manager, maybe if they have the position open. Here's the thing too. They may not even know they need an AI manager. You may say, you know what? And I've done this. Hey, I feel like this is how we can make some things better. And we implement this AI and this AI, and I'm willing to raise my hand and become the AI manager. Now I know I'm gonna need a pay increase, but I feel like this is gonna be beneficial to you as we move forward with the company because AI is very much expanding and we want to be on the cutting edge just like other companies. And I realize we don't have a great AI initiative in this company. I'd be willing to raise my hand and take on that role as an AI manager. Do you hear what I just said? Go back and listen to the episode. Go back and listen to it. You can create positions, especially when there are none, and AI is not going anywhere. Create it for yourself. You in your company, you don't like what you're doing. You know what? Let me go ahead and see can I wiggle my. Let me go ahead and see can I finagle something so I can create the position that I want because I'm not going to be an entrepreneur because that's too much stress and the pay is fickle. I don't know if I'm gonna get paid this week or next week. I don't like that. I'm gonna keep my job, but I hate this job. So let me create this position for myself inside the company that I actually like the company. I just hate the job. I hate this position. Let me go ahead and see can I create this company. Guess what? You go and you create something for the job. Hey, I created this, whatever it is. And I feel like this is going to help us in this area of the company. And we're going to be able to save money, increase productivity by leveraging this. And I'm willing to raise my hand and take on this role. I'm looking for an increase in pay. I'm not going front because there's a lot more work involved. I'm gonna be a lot more accountable on this level, and I'm the only one that really knows how to do this. But I feel like this is going to help the company overall, and it's going to increase the bottom line because we're going to be able to cut some things and increase productivity all the time while making the company a better, stronger, more flexible company moving forward to the future. Just like that. And now you create a position for yourself. All right. Whew, I feel like I've been talking a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Um, I really do. I hope that you take what I said. If it doesn't, it's not something you're interested in, then you don't have to take it. But if it's something that you can see yourself doing, and even if you can't, if it's something that you can see somebody else doing, share this episode with them because this is the technology is only getting smarter. It really will replace a lot of jobs. It's going to create some jobs, but it's going to replace a lot of jobs, especially on the customer service side, especially on the warehousing and forklift side. I'm expecting not to see any of those jobs because when you think about a robot who can lift, 1,000 pounds, don't call in sick, ain't got to go to lunch, don't got to go to bathroom, ain't got to give it a raise, those jobs will be obsolete. I'm just saying. And when you think about customer service, if I can go to your website, now get granted, a lot of folks hate bots. I'm one of them. But the bots are going to start talking back to them in a second, like literally speaking back. They're going to say, hey, my name is Audrey Bell Kearney and I bought this product. Here's my receipt number. It's not working. And no one is answering my call. Audrey, I'm so sorry to hear that. How can I help you? This is what happened. And I need to understand this. Okay, hold. If you give me a second, let me just check my database. Oh, you know what, Audrey, we had that problem before. Here's how you solve that problem. And we do apologize for all of the inconvenience that this has caused you. And for that, we're going to give you a coupon for $50 off the next whatever. That's what the AI is going to say. It's going to be nice. It's not going to get mad. It ain't going to have attitude in its voice. Well, maybe it will because it's becoming like that whole AGI kind of thing. But maybe not. That's going to take a job from somebody. But somebody's going to have to oversee all of that. It could be you. It could be you. All right, I'm going to my last song. Then I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration for today. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Wake up, the sun's on the rise. Another day, another blue sky. Feet hit the floor, can't ignore the rhythm inside. Today's the day we're gonna fly high. Feel the pulse, it's the beat of your heart. Every step you take is a brand new start. Hold your head up and look to the light. Believe in yourself and shine so bright. Conviction, move with your soul. Dance to your dreams, let the good times roll. Oh, lift up your hands, catch the breeze. Spin around, set your spirit free. Step by step, with the crowd we sway. In this moment, let worries fade away. Laughing loud as the music plays. With conviction, we're here to stay. Rise like the waves on a sea of dreams. Flowing strong, nothing's as hard as it seems. Eyes on the horizon, where hopes are new. Every beat brings a chance to renew. Conviction, move with your soul. Dance to your dreams, let the good times roll. Oh, lift up your hands, catch the breeze. Spin around, set your spirit free. Turn it up, let the rhythm guide. Every twist, every turn, feel alive. With conviction, there's no end in sight. Together we're dancing through the night. Get free. Conviction, move with your soul. Dance to your dreams, let the good times roll. Oh, lift up your hands, catch the breeze. Spin around, feel the freedom seas. Conviction is the fire inside. Together we dance on this joyous ride. Turn it up, let the rhythm guide. Every twist, every turn, feel alive. Laughing loud as the music plays. With conviction, we're here to stay. Rise like the waves on a sea of dreams. Flowing strong, nothing's as hard as it seems. Eyes on the horizon, where hopes are new. Every beat brings a chance to renew. Together we're dancing through the night. Turn it up, let the rhythm guide. Every twist, every turn, feel alive. With conviction, there's no end in sight. Together we're dancing through the night. Together we're dancing through the night. Turn it up, let the rhythm guide. Every twist, every turn, feel alive. With conviction, there's no end in sight. Together we're dancing through the night. Conviction, move with your soul. Dance to your dreams, let the good times roll. Oh, lift up your hands, catch the breeze. Spin around, feel the freedom seas. Feel the freedom seas. Conviction is the fire inside. Together we dance on this joyous ride.
All right, welcome back, welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration. Here goes. Don't be afraid. Be focused, be determined, be hopeful, and be empowered. Let me say it again. Don't be afraid. Be focused, be determined, be hopeful, be empowered. Listen, I don't want you to be afraid of AI. I want you to be determined. I want you to be hopeful. I want you to be focused, but most of all, I want you to be empowered. The reason why I'm doing the show the way I do it now is because I want to empower somebody. I want to empower you to see what's possible. I want to empower you to know that your future is bright. I want to empower you to know that you can do anything you set your mind to it. I want you to be focused. And I definitely don't want you to be afraid. It's not going anywhere. I didn't do the show to scare people. I really wanted to empower you to show you that what's possible. And you may say, Audrey, I don't want to manage people. Then don't manage people. But don't get left behind either. Do not get left because you don't have to. Pick something in this AI space and make it your own. Whether you become a super bot agent, whether you become a AI automation agency, whatever it is, pick something. You may become the best image creator out there, selling images to everybody who don't even dare to turn on a computer. Hey, they're selling images. I have one of my friends, she makes the most beautiful AI images of black women. I'm talking about gorgeous. I'm not like that. So whatever prompt she's learned how to use, I don't know how to prompt like that. I've tried, right? But she's learned how to prompt and make. I'm talking about the faces, the eyes are not messed up. Like I don't know what she's saying in her prompt, but they're beautiful. Like I'm looking at them like their eyes is right, and she made them with Chat GPT. I'm like, you did those with Chat GPT? She's like, yeah. The prompt is amazing. So anyway, I said all that to say, create journals. Use AI to create you these most beautiful journals. Like I'm about to create a journal. It's so crazy. I've did so many journals for clients. I haven't, and I love journals. I have not created my own. Well, I created a podcast journal, but I haven't created a real nice journal yet. I was like, you know what? I'm creating a journal for the new year. I'm gonna create that this weekend. That's my goal this weekend, to create me a journal. Yes, I'm gonna do it in a weekend. This is what I'm saying. It's the power of technology. I'm gonna create my journal, and I'm gonna order some because I love journals. And I'm gonna create my 2025 journal this weekend, and I'm gonna put it up on Amazon, and anybody who wants to buy it can buy it. But guess what? I'm gonna use AI. I'm gonna use AI for the artwork. I'm gonna use AI for the pages, the quotes, everything that's in the journal, all AI. And do I feel guilty about that? Absolutely not. And I know somebody, oh my God, you're using AI for everything, everything. And I ain't afraid. I ain't ashamed. I'm empowered. I'm focused, and I'm determined. That's what you need to be. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed talking to you, so hope you enjoyed listening to me. I know I could rattle on sometimes. I apologize if I did, but I hope you got something out of it. Hey, listen, I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Talk Business Wednesday. We'll be talking business. So I'll be back again tomorrow. If you missed any episode of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to all past episodes there. Also, be sure to connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. On Facebook and Instagram, I'm at Good Morning Gwinnett. On LinkedIn, I'm at Noise Media Network. On TikTok, what am I under on TikTok? I don't even know. I don't know. Find me, Audrey Bell Kearney. I'm Audrey Bell Kearney on everything. So you can find Audrey Bell Kearney, and that's with an A. I say Audrey because I grew up in Jersey, and people be trying to spell it with the O. No, it's A. Audrey, Audrey Bell Kearney. Look me up. Share the show with a friend. Share this episode especially with somebody. Listen, share this episode with 10 people. I know you won't, but I'm just asking you, would you? And subscribe to the show. And if you want to support the show, there's a link in the description where you can support the show. Just $5.99 a month is all I'm asking. That's it. If I've been bringing you value, do me a favor and support me, right? It keeps me going. Keeps me right here every day behind this microphone. I ain't got to go out there and look for an AI manager job. I could talk to you every day. I'm just saying. All right, I'll be back again tomorrow. You guys stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. GoodMorningGwinnett.com for past episodes and local news. Do us a favor and click the link in the description to support the show for just $5.99 a month and share it with a friend.